How to be confident according to Tony Robbins.
Hey, Tom Peng, love what you're doing on your channel, buddy. Super congrats. You know, giving your time and energy to nonprofit business channel. Look, man, keep driving that audience. So, Tom Peng, look forward to spending some time with you. I know you got the right mindset, so I'd love for you to share some of that from the big V. God bless, be great. 10X.
I made a video about how to be confident in my channel. You can find that video and you can find the link below. I teach you my way of becoming more confident, right? But I also want to share with you some other ideas about building confidence, all right? Because basically, Tom's way is to threaten you. So in short, basically what Tom is saying is that you're not confident because you are scared to fail, right? And, once you realize that nothing bad really happens when you fail, then you wouldn't be scared. If you're not scared, then you would be confident. That would be the Tom Peng approach to becoming more confident. But that may not apply to everyone. So I'm going to teach you a different approach, all right? This actually I learned from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is probably the most successful, success coach on the planet. I think you might know Tony Robbins. I think most people know Tony Robbins, even in Vietnam. I don't really know him. I never attended his seminars. I never attended his, events. But I did read his book. Like one of his very first books, I read that. And that was like when I was in my 20s. I read his first book around, 20 or 30 years ago. So I would like to share some of those lessons with you, what I learned from Tony Robbins. All right, so back to the question. How do you become more confident according to Tony Robbins? So I'm going to give you three things, all right? So you need three things to be confident, right? One is competency. Can you read this? Competency, right? To be confident in anything, you have to have competency. So let's say if you need to talk about computer programming, software development, but you don't know anything about software development, then of course you're not going to be confident, right? Or if, you need to do public speaking, you need to go in front of 500 people and do a speech, but you've never done that before, then of course you will not be confident. In order to be confident in anything, you need competency. That means you need to have the knowledge and the skills required in the field, right? Without that, you can't be confident, right? So that's why, when you say you're not confident, usually it means in certain things, not everything, right? Maybe you're confident in riding a motorbike because you've been doing that all your life. But, you're not confident in, let's say, swimming because you've never done it before. All right? So you're only confident in what you know, right? So if you don't know something, learn it, practice it, and then you'll become confident. So the number two thing that you need to become confident is called repetition. All right? So repetition. Yeah, that's right. Repetition, right? So what is repetition? It is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? So competency and repetition are related, right? The more you do, the more competent you are, right? So let's say you want to play the piano. I'm learning the piano right now, but let's say you want to learn the piano. So you need to repeat. You need to continue to play the piano every day. Play half an hour, play 1 hour every single day. And you play the same song again and again and again and again. Repetition, okay? If you want to learn public speaking, then you need to keep on going to events and talk to people. talk to a lot of people, speak to a lot of people. You have to repeat that again and again and again. After 100, speeches, you'll be good at it, right? Another example I can give you is that, Tom Peng videos. If you go back, 4 months ago and you look at some of my videos, I'm not really good at this. I'm like, and then usually I don't know what to say, and then we have to film it 7 times, and then the video editor is frustrated because there's so much editing that they have to do, right? But now, it's like I can do this, in my sleep. Just give me a topic and I can talk in front of the camera. I'm never out of ideas. I don't need a script. I never had a script. I just, go in front of this camera and I just talk, right? So again, repetition gives you competency. If you're not competent, you just have to repeat, keep doing it until you become competent. Now you get it? Competency, repetition. So these are 2 things you need to become confident, right? Now, the third thing that I'm going to tell you is what Tony Robbins teaches, and I'm going to write that down. It's called state. All right? State. So what is state? All right? State is, when I read Tony Robbins, one of his very first books, that's what he wrote in that book. He teach people about getting into state, right? State means your body, your mind, what is the condition of your body and your mind, all right? And the condition of your body and your mind will determine how confident you are. So you may be very competent, you may be practice a lot, you repeat it many times, you practice a lot. Okay, so you get perfect score for competency, you get perfect score for repetition, right? But maybe you did not get a good night's sleep. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're hungry. Maybe you don't feel too good. And you're like, I can't do this speech right now. I can't do this video right now. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about state. You don't have the state, right? Your body and your mind is not ready to engage in the activity. So therefore, you don't feel confident. So what Tony Robbins teaches is that you need to learn how to get into the state. And when I did the video about, Mayweather, the boxer, the undefeated world champion in boxing, he knows how to get into the state immediately. So when he goes into the gym, he is into the state to practice. When he's in the ring ready to fight the opponent, he's into the state, right? So I talked about that. Getting to the state fast, quickly, is very important. It will help you so much in business, in life, in so many things, right? So how do you get into the state quickly? Let's say you need to, do public speaking. You need to go in front of 500 people and do a speech. How do you get into a state of confidence? All right. So there are many ways. What Tony says is that your body and your mind is really connected. When your body is tired, your mind is also tired, right? And when your mind is ready to go, your body is ready to go. So your body will affect your mind, and your mind will affect your body. So what Tony tells people is that, get into the right physiology, right? So if you are, gonna go into a public speaking scenario, chest out, feel confident. You get into the posture of confidence, right? I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to take fucking action, right? And maybe you repeat that to yourself 10 times. And then you feel good, and then you feel ready, and your mind is now ready, right? So it's you use your physiology, your posture, the positions of your hand, your legs, your body will affect your mind. And another thing that you could do is, let's say you have to go talk to a prospect. Maybe it's a very big deal. Maybe you want to close this very big deal, very big customer. Maybe there's a $500,000 on the line, and you want to go into that meeting and close the customer, and you want to feel confident. So maybe, some of the things you can do is like, I'm gonna fucking close that deal. I know I will close that deal. I will close that deal, right? So you repeat that to yourself and you act like you will do it. You act like you will succeed, right? And then you do that for like 5-10 minutes and you go to the meeting, right? So you put your body into a physiology of confidence and your mind will be confident. And that's basically what Tony Robbins teaches people. He also teaches people about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, but I'm not going to talk about that. That's a whole different field. I try to understand it. I don't really understand it. But basically what Tony teaches people is, the body and the mind is connected. If you want to feel confident, if you want to achieve anything, first adjust your body, do things that, fool your body into thinking you're confident and your mind will follow. Basically, that's what he teaches, right? And put it into Tom Peng's words, and that would be thought becomes reality. If you believe it's going to happen, if you believe something to be true, it will be true, right? If you believe you're going to close a deal, you will close a deal. If you believe that you're going to deliver a great speech, you will deliver a great speech. But if you go into a situation with doubt, I'm not sure I can do it, I feel so tired, then you will fail, right? So it's all about your mind and your body. And if you can control both, and of course they're all interconnected, if you can control both, then you will be truly confident. So in summary, you need competence to be confident, right? If you are not competent, then no amount of state will help you. You need to know what you're doing in order to be confident. And to get competency, you need repetition. If you do something a lot, you repeat it a lot of times, you'll become competent, right? And finally, you need to have the right state. When you go into a sales meeting, when you do a speech, when you meet the girl for the first time, you need to have the right state, right? So maybe before you meet the girl, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put my dick inside tonight, right? Whatever, right? You gotta have the right state, all right? This is how you become confident. Take fucking action. And, of course, don't be a fucktard.